Top 7 vitamins to strengthen your legs. Prevent leg cramps in seniors. An in-depth scientific analysis. Imagine a day when every step you take feels effortless. No sudden cramps jolting you awake at night. No weakness hesitating your climb up the stairs. And no looming fear of a fall that could alter your life forever. For seniors, this isn't a distant dream, but an achievable reality, rooted in the power of nutritional science. As the years accumulate, muscles lose their vigor, bones grow fragile, and the nervous system slows. Yet what if you could reverse this decline by arming your body with 7 essential vitamins and minerals? Today, we'll explore vitamin D, calcium, B12, magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, and B6, not just names in a textbook, but silent warriors, validated by rigorous scientific research capable of restoring strength, stability, and vitality to your legs. With over 2 decades of delving into nutrition and aging, I invite you into a compelling scientific journey, where each vitamin is dissected through the lens of cutting-edge studies, from laboratory findings to biological realities. This isn't empty rhetoric, it's a truth forged from hundreds of peer-reviewed studies in prestigious journals, proving that nutrition can be the key to legs that don't merely endure but thrive in your golden years. Together, we'll uncover how these nutrients work in concert to combat muscle weakness, cramps, and imbalance. And if you find value in this exploration, please hit the like button, share this video with friends, and leave a comment to join the conversation. Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay tuned for more in-depth insights. Let's begin, because your legs are a living testament to health and freedom, and science will light the way. As we age, our bodies undergo inevitable biological shifts. Muscle mass declines, a condition known as sarcopenia. Bones lose density, and the neuromuscular system begins to falter. One of the most critical yet overlooked factors in this process is vitamin D. Research from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism demonstrates that low vitamin D levels are directly linked to muscle weakness and an increased fall risk in seniors, with trials showing that those maintaining adequate levels above 30 mg in blood exhibit stronger muscle fibers, superior coordination, and enhanced balance. This isn't just about brittle bones. Vitamin D profoundly influences muscle function by regulating protein synthesis and enhancing nerve-muscle communication, a process termed neuromuscular signaling. The mechanism is clear. Vitamin D binds to receptors on muscle cell membranes, stimulating the production of foundational proteins like actin and myosin, the building blocks of muscle fibers. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that vitamin D preserves fast-twitch muscle fibers, critical for rapid responses and balance maintenance. When levels drop, often below 20 mg/ml, as noted in over 60% of individuals over 65 in a 2020 Harvard analysis, these fibers degenerate, leading to slower reflexes, weaker contractions, and a heightened fall risk. Furthermore, vitamin D exhibits anti-inflammatory properties, reducing cytokines that damage muscle tissue, a factor contributing to chronic leg pain and stiffness commonly reported in aging populations. This issue intensifies as aging skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D from sunlight, a process reliant on the enzyme 7-dehydrocholesterol reductase. which diminishes with age. Coupled with modern lifestyles limiting UVB exposure, widespread deficiency emerges. The consequences extend beyond muscles. Inadequate vitamin D impairs calcium absorption, leading to osteoporosis, a condition estimated by the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research in 2019 to affect 50% of women and 25% of men over 60. Hip or femur fractures, often triggered by falls due to muscle weakness, carry a 20 to 30% mortality rate within the first year, per a Lancet study. Beyond bones, meta-analyses tie vitamin D deficiency to cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, and immune suppression, all exacerbating overall health and mobility. The solution is accessible. 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight exposure daily, ideally between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., delivers 3,000 to 5,000 IU of vitamin D, depending on skin pigmentation and geographic location. Foods like salmon, 600 IU 100 jars, sardines, and egg yolks contribute, though they rarely suffice alone to meet the 800, 1,000 IU recommended by the Institute of Medicine for those over 70. Supplementation with vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, is effective, with randomized trials showing 1,000 IU day boosting muscle strength by up to 17% after 12 weeks, per the Journal of Gerontology in 2021. Blood tests measuring 25-hydroxyvitamin D offer precision in tailoring dosage, especially for high-risk groups. Moving to calcium, we encounter a nutrient widely recognized, yet often misunderstood in its broader role. As we age, bone remodeling, the balance between osteoblast, bone building, and osteoclast, bone resorbing activity, tilts toward resorption, resulting in a 0.51% annual bone mass loss after 50, according to the Journal of Bone Research. This is particularly perilous for the legs, where hip and femur fractures account for 90% of osteoporosis-related breaks in seniors, with full recovery rates below 40%, as reported by the British Medical Journal in 2020. Yet calcium isn't just bricks for bones. It's a biochemical cornerstone of muscle contraction. Every muscle movement involves calcium ions released from the sarcoplasmic reticulum, binding to troponin to trigger contraction, a process detailed in Guyton's Medical Physiology. Without sufficient calcium, muscles fail to contract or relax properly, leading to cramps, weakness, and reduced endurance, symptoms documented in a 2017 European Journal of Clinical Nutrition study where 30% of calcium-deficient seniors reported frequent leg cramps. Dairy sources, 300 ml per cup, kale, 150 mg 100 gigs, sardines, 350 mg 100 gigs, and fortified plant milks are optimal, though absorption declines with age due to weakened gut function and vitamin D insufficiency, a critical synergy. The recommended 1,000 batons on 200 ml a day per the National Institutes of Health requires a blend of diet and supplementation when necessary. But research warns of overconsumption risks. Exceeding 1,000 mg a day from supplements can lead to kidney stones and arterial calcification, as noted in the American Journal of Cardiology in 2018. Weight-bearing exercise, walking, light resistance training, stimulates alkaline phosphatase in osteoblasts, enhancing calcium integration by 15%, per the Journal of Sports and Health Science in 2022. Calcium deficiency doesn't just brittle bones, it dismantles mobility, a vicious cycle science urges us to break with balanced nutrition and movement. Vitamin B12 emerges as a pivotal neurological player. It maintains myelin, the protective sheath around nerves, ensuring precise, rapid signals from the brain to muscles. A 2019 Journal of Neurology study found B12 deficiency affecting 20 to 40% of those over 65 disrupts nerve conduction, causing peripheral neuropathy with symptoms like weakness, incoordination, and tingling. This stems from reduced stomach acid and intrinsic factor, essential for B12 absorption, compounded by medications like metformin or proton pump inhibitors. Left unchecked, B12 depletion risks irreversible nerve damage, increasing fall rates by 25%, per the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society in 2020. Yet, intervention trials show 500 to 1,000 NIMCG day supplementation improves muscle strength and reflexes within 8 weeks by regenerating myelin and boosting acetylcholine, a key neurotransmitter. Natural sources like beef liver, 80 mcg, 100 g, salmon, 5 mcgs, 100 gs, and eggs, 0.6 mcg egg, are ideal, though vegetarians require cyanocobalamin supplements or fortified foods. Blood tests measuring serum B12 below 200 pg indicates deficiency are vital for precise management. Magnesium, meanwhile, acts as a biological regulator for muscles and bones. Involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions, it governs muscle contraction by modulating calcium and potassium channels in muscle cells, a process outlined in Lenning's biochemistry. Deficiency, affecting 30% of seniors per a 2018 British Journal of Nutrition study, triggers muscle spasms, nocturnal cramps, and restless leg syndrome due to neuromuscular imbalance. Magnesium also bolsters bones by activating calcium transport enzymes. With a 2021 Journal of Bone and Mineral Research study linking levels above 1.8 mg/dl to a 20% reduced fracture risk. Stress, diuretics, and poor diets deplete magnesium, but foods like pumpkin seeds, 535 mg, 100 gs, almonds, 270 mg, 100 gs, and spinach, 80 mg, 100, replenish it. Magnesium citrate supplementation, 300,400 mg a day, reduces cramps by 35% in 6 weeks, per a 2020 Journal of Sports Medicine study. Potassium, the gatekeeper of electrolytes, regulates fluid balance in muscle cells via the sodium-potassium ATPase pump, preventing involuntary contraction when levels fall below 3.5 mmol/L, as noted in a 2017 Journal of Internal Medicine study. It also protects bone density by neutralizing blood acidity, with a 2019 Journal of Nutrition study showing 3,400 mg a day cuts bone loss by 15% in postmenopausal women. Bananas, 420 mg fruit, sweet potatoes, 540 mg, 100 grams, and avocados, 485 mg, 100 grams, are potent sources. With the 2000 It's in 600 to 3,400 milligrams day recommendation, achievable through a varied diet. Vitamin K, the director of calcium, activates osteocalcin to embed calcium in bones, reducing fracture risk by 25%. At K1 levels above 1 UG/dL per a 2020 Journal of Bone study. It also mitigates joint inflammation via cytokine regulation with kale, 817 UG/100G, and natto, 1000 UG/100G is K2, as prime sources. Finally, vitamin B6 orchestrates nerve and muscle function by synthesizing neurotransmitters like GABA and producing hemoglobin, with deficiency below 20 mmol L, causing weakness and fatigue, per a 2018 Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry study. Tuna, 1 mg 100 G. Bananas, 0.4 mg fruit, and 1.7 mg day suffice for endurance. You've traversed a scientific odyssey of 7 pillars, from vitamin D fortifying muscles, calcium reinforcing bones, B12 safeguarding nerves, magnesium stabilizing muscles, potassium regulating motion, directing structure, to B6 fueling energy. This is the roadmap to legs that don't just survive, but thrive in age. Start with some sunlight, a glass of milk, and a banana. Science has proven it. Now it's your turn to act. Like, share, and comment. If you find value together, we build enduring health.